Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? How you hanging in there?
I am blessed and highly favored and
Yes.
really excited about what this is pushing out of me. Being at home, and at home. And we started maybe the second week of March. So we've been in it deep. It's just really been encouraging me to kind of create and figure out ways to implement what I want to see out into the world. So I'm excited about it. What about you?
Girl, honestly, I've been great. The thing is this, I am a introvert, period.com. So I'm really doing what I do, and it just gives me the excuse to stay the heck home even more.
I like it. I like it. All right. Welcome. Bright Lights
I
Live.
think it's staticky.
Excited today. You are
Yes,
my
I'm happy to be here.
guest. Oh, can you hear
Yeah, I hear
me?
you
Yeah.
now.
What I'm wanting to do is have you introduce. Okay, have you introduce yourself so that people all know all the slashes that you have. And then we'll get into the main kind of topics, me picking your mind about mindset, focus, and habits. And then we'll get to, and if you're down, we could play a game at the end.
Oh, snap, a game. Okay, I'm always down for a game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I am your host, Jessica Ross. I am a curious human being who is interested in finding out about people. I love perspectives because they can grow our own. And I'm willing to see and ask the question so we can look at humanity through other people's eyes. And I have Crystal Styles here with me today.
That's right. You have Crystal Styles here. Many titles, I'll say for a 9 to 5, which is not a 9 to 5 because I still make my own schedule. I actually do work. I work for a catering company here in Atlanta. So I get the opportunity to see all the different buildings and basically all Atlanta, period. But when it comes to the creative side of me, I am a master licensed barber stylist. Been doing hair professionally since I was young, but actually being licensed since 2011. I also do hosting. I am the former host for Talia Wajid Natural Hair Show. I think I met you when I was hosting last year. Yeah, time flies. Right? Okay.
That was awesome.
Also, I dance. I act. I have a short film coming out. Stay tuned for that. You guys are going to really love that, I hope. It's actually a remake off of, it's a 1975 horror flick. Karen Black played in it. Now, mind you, the director had to inform me exactly who all these people were because I didn't know at the time. But when I actually looked it up, it's a trilogy of horror. So, trilogy of terror. It's a very, very good little film. Check that out. And I also model and do other things. These are things that I enjoy doing that I want to, of course, broaden. So, and I'm actually in the midst of doing that now. So I'm excited about that.
Exactly why I really wanted to pick your brain now. I know that you are transitioning into a lot of different new creative fields for yourself and taking them a lot further. How do you set your mind up for leveling up on something that has been your passion, but now you want to make something a little more?
Well, the thing is, I've been doing this for so long. That's the thing. I've been doing all of the things I mentioned for so long. And I, being the introvert in me and how can I say this? Because that's a good question. I don't have social anxiety. I am a social butterfly, but yet an introvert at the same time. So I noticed that when it was hard for me to transition. That's why I say right now I'm really tackling into that because it's like now I truly know who Crystal is. I truly know what Crystal stands for. So I'm now showing multiple talents of myself. I'm adding skits onto if I have things called Chris skits. So I post those on my story. And how I transitioned from that is basically not caring, being transparent, because that was the thing. People, I don't post much on Instagram, but what I post is modeling pictures. So, when I talk to people like you're talking to me now, and they ask what I do, and I mention that I act, I do all these things, they go, well, when did you start? I'm like, well, I've been doing that. But it also is because they didn't know that because I wasn't posting it. I wasn't showing it. So that's what I'm doing right now with the transition, is being truly authentically me, and really just really not caring about, oh, they probably used to seeing me just model. No, I'm being me, because my friends see it. Everything I do, I send it to the group, to my friends, and honey, they enjoy it. So a lot of things that I'm putting out now, they're like, girl, I'm so happy you put that out, because you did this 2 years ago. You did this 3 years ago.
Right.
So I'm just putting myself out there. I'm really not caring. That's my transition.
Nice. Well, how did you come to find the feeling inside of yourself like that this is now Crystal? Like what was the mindset or the shifts that you came to be who it is that you are?
So that's a good question as well. So of course, like everyone has a story. But I can only speak about mine. I don't compare my stories from yours to whomever's childhood to adolescence to teenage to adult. Literally, that was a process for me. I had to really face certain situations that I've gone through in my life. And I realized that I totally took each one by step. So I'll say probably like 5 years ago is when I really, really had to really boggle down and face and get to the inner of me. I had to go through a life-changing situation. It wasn't death, but you might as well call it that, because it was the end of my life.
Right.
But I grasped back, and that's when I knew that if I make it out of this situation, then you're going to definitely do all the things that you always said you were going to do. You're going to strive. You're not going to care. So that's what I had to dig deep in me at that time, because it was just about to be taken away from me, just like that.
Gotcha.
I'm just thankful enough to be still here breathing, to actually speak on it and actually execute it. So that's what it was that really pushed me forth to then say, no, it's time. You got to stand on your 2 feet and know exactly who you are. And you're here. God put you here to entertain, darling. So you need
Right.
to do it.
Right. Well, I'm personally grateful that you're ready to step out, because I feel like you are fabulous. And even meeting you that one time, I was like, ooh, okay, we gonna talk. Remember, we were like,
Yeah, I do remember. I remember.
yeah. So when making these definite choices and definite sayings that this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do, what habits do you use to kind of help you with the everyday step by step of the progression?
So I do this a lot, all around. If you ever in my apartment, I make lists. And whenever I make a list, I have, look, I got one right here. I have pads, I have colorful sticky tabs, I have them everywhere, but I put a date on certain things that I say I'm going to accomplish. So I'll put a date, meaning when I wrote it, when I thought about it. And mind you, it can be multiple lists. Like in my room, there's multiple lists. But like times like now, what did you call it? Cocoon, what did you call it?
19, Cocoon 19.
Yes, Kakuna 19. I'm in my Kakuna 19, and I actually love butterflies and all of that, because it's a revolution of change. So
Right.
what right now, what it's making me do is really look back at my list and see if I can cross out certain things that I didn't realize that I've already accomplished. Then I look back at the year and I look at, oh, well, you thought about it then. I'm glad you're doing it now. Sometimes it'd be 2 years, sometimes it'd be 3. But lately it's only been months, because right now I've been tackling every doggone thing. And then with this coronavirus, I really have been tackling a lot of things. So that's what I do. I make sure I write down, I make it visual, so that I can actually see the task for myself that I have to, acquire and obtain.
Right.
That's what helps me.
I like it. Well, I would say a lot of people know what it is that they need to do to make the shifts that they need to make. It's like, how do you prioritize what happens when we get to a place like this, where it's like, okay, you can do anything now because you have nothing to do. How do you prioritize which happens first in relationship to your progression to the new you?
And see, that's the thing. That's how I actually write the list. Being that this is stuff that I've been sitting on for years, I already have it mapped out. I just never executed. So that's the process. Like each list that I have is like, oh, now this you need to have done by the end of doggone March, So it's all about like videos. For instance, my skits. Certain skits, I wrote down skits that I want to do. I wrote down skits of like, okay, you need to have this done by this particular day. So I feel like my skits need to be done right now, because I have this short film coming out, just so you guys can see that there's different angles to me.
Right,
so
right.
When you say, how do I prioritize that? That's how I do that. Because everything is always a constant thing. I'm a very good multitasker. Nice. So that question was it's kind of hard for me to say, because I'm actually doing all these things kind of sort of at once. Like I would turn my camera around, but it's like I got my computer, I got my different notepads, I got my different things that I need to do. I'm making phone calls. I got my camera sitting right here, kind of, like it's all kind of happening. And
Right.
this sit down right now is really showing my creativity and my multitask ability, because I'm really making sure I'm handling and doing all those things that I said I was going to do. So
Nice.
it's not really like a list of prioritization. It's just more so of doing it. Okay, that one's done. Next, do the next thing.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, you were talking about things that you say to yourself. Like, what is it that you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Because you have have a conversation with yourself to pep you up with something.
That's a good one, because I don't really think I really, you know what? I'm not gonna say I don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't actually go into the mirror and say, "Look, girl." I don't do it in that form. And it's less of a mirror. It's more me walking around talking to myself. Like, I see that I've had something on my list that I have not even obtained or did. Girl, you better get your stuff together. Of course, SHIT, but you need to get your stuff together. Like, you're better than this. But right now, what I'm saying to myself is, it's my turn. It's my turn right now. Nice. Your turn is now. So what are you going to do? Are you prepared for it? Are you ready? That's how I talk to myself right now, every day. It's your turn, girl. What you doing? You next. What's up? Right. Are you ready? Because that's how I feel.
Right. Right. Well, I can feel that through the phone, like your like energy of just ready. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be shifting into their readiness during this time. I mean, even having a sit down, having to face myself without the distractions of what, like, you get busy with life about. It's like, how do you face maybe the thoughts that you've had or the beliefs that you've held that aren't necessarily supporting you in this new phase of your life? How do you work through those or face them and make a change?
And you know what? Honestly, the process that I was saying, because that's what used to keep me back, were those thoughts, were those, like, something will happen where something would be embarrassing to me that I would do that when I put myself out there. And then I'd be like, see, that's why you shouldn't have did it. And I'll start thinking back to those thoughts of, of hovering. But honestly, right now, I don't even allow those thoughts to get in my head, because I said it's my turn. Right. It's my turn. I literally had to get past all of that. And that, like I said, it was a process. So where I'm at right now, I don't have any of that. I don't. I won't say that I don't have little times where I probably feel like, go sit down, girl. You too old for this. Go sit down. I'll say it's probably, no, for real. No, I'm gonna keep it real. We women. You're a mother right now, but it's like, it's real. Like, I talk to myself like that, girl. It's time for you to be doing this. But then it's like, no, because all this time you've been trying to do that. Since that wasn't anything, let's go ahead and put that aside and now focus on your creativity, your career, why you're really here. That's gonna come. And in the meantime, you're building and you're getting where you need it to be. Right. So it's probably a little bit of that still sitting here, but it's not there strong, because I've told myself, you can't focus on that.
Right. Right.
It
sounds like you're your own best friend. Like, cause somebody be like, girl, you better get yourself that's a little snatch. It feels like you are being your own support system, your own best friend. How did you develop that relationship with yourself?
Again, honey, we will have to sit down and really, really get to the nitty gritty. It's serious. People who do know me, they know exactly what I'm saying right now. But I had to learn that literally as a young girl, because I mean, yes, I had my father, my stepmom, and that's the reason why I am who I am today. When it comes to, like what you said, it's like I was always an independent. It's like if I didn't do it, it wouldn't have gotten done. I was making money. My parents were allowing clients to knock on my door. This is when the times were good. And this is like the 90s and whatnot. Knock at my door, early 2000s, to come and get their hair done, like grown women with their daughters. And my dad would just open the door and look at them, and they'd be like, is Crystal here? And he'd go upstairs. So I always had, the only thing they had was the roof over my head. To keep it real with you, not to try to bring it to that level, but to keep it real with you. So I've already had this. It's just that I have it stronger. It's like a gift and a curse, because going through the childhood and the life that I've gone through. Now, granted, I got friends. Now my friends have become my family. Nice. For real. But when it comes to being an individual, like, I had to. No one else was going to do it. My friends do it, and I love them dearly. But this is what was always instilled in me. And they used to tell me too, like, girl, we always wonder, like, you're just so like you don't really need anybody. No, that's not the case. We all need somebody. It's just that I don't carry it on my shoulders and let it, determine where I'm going. I have to push myself. Everybody has to have that little bit of something inside themselves that push them, because people not going to always know what's good for you or where you're going. They may see a vision and may see like, oh my God, you're going to be big, but they don't know. And it's not, you have your own route of getting that. I know with me, I don't want no popcorn, boom with it. I want to keep this. I want this longevity. So that's why I'm happy I did the work with my inner self to get to know Crystal. And then the next stage is, okay, now that you know Crystal, let's adjust how you respond to things, how you do things, Now let's get you back out there communicating. Like right now, I'll say a year and a half from now ago, I wouldn't have done this. I don't do live. This is my very first live. Very first live.
We're making history. I'm all excited.
That's right. And I wanted, and I was excited. And I said, because I was telling somebody about it. And I said, it's so funny because I'm about to do a live. I said, and I was a second ago, I was going to be like, I'm not going to do it. I'm a good renegger now. I don't play spades, but I renege. But I don't renege anymore. You get what I'm saying? But it was that, remember I said that little bit of something? That little bit of something was sitting here trying to tell me, girl, no, don't do that. But then I had to think about you, and I thought about our conversation when we first met and how we clicked and how it was just kindred spirits and how I enjoyed the combustion that was happening, and I didn't even know you. You remember that?
It was fun. It was
so fun. So I figured, I said, what she's doing is positive. If it's going to be anything, I want it to be that. And I watched a lot of the other interviews that you've done. So for me, I got to see what's going on first before I even dibble or dabble and get myself into it. It's no shade, no nothing, but I have to make sure that it's right for me,
Right.
And it was, and it's good. And I love what you're doing. So this is my first live, and girl, it's only up from here. So I'm even doing that, stepping out, being transparent. You know what I mean? Actually communicating and doing the work in front of people versus off to the side like I do.
Right. Right. Well, this whole world now has become like a show and tell thing. Like in order to tell people and they believe you, you have to have a show behind it. And I'm glad that you are stepping out, because you are doing, like, this is fun. Like, I'm getting so much, and I hope people who are watching are learning so much. Like, it's my turn. Like, I'm taking that. Like, I'm taking that bit and I'm putting in my morning routine. Like, that's going to be a part of what I say. Because your womanhood is something that I really noticed first. Like, you're very feminine, but it's not like a feminine that feel fragile. Like, it's not like, the wind will blow. It's like, no, it's like a feminine when you walk in, like, you can feel like you know what's going on. You're probably the person I should ask if something isn't going right, because you would probably know. Like that kind of things. Like, what advice would you give women who are trying to step into their like queendom, their power, about like how to own and hold themselves when they go out into the world?
All right. The first thing I would tell them is to first identify who they are. Okay. Identify any of the things about yourself that you feel are lacking. Because once you do that, once you truly know who you are, and once you truly understand who you are, and no one else can tell you who you are, you know what I mean? Nobody can tell me who I am, period. Now, I love constructive criticism, but when it comes down to it, that's the main thing. And once you do that too, the confidence, all that starts with you just knowing who you are.
Right.
That's really all I can really say about that. Even though I kind of always walked in that light like that, but I also hid, because I wasn't always where I am today when it comes to my confidence. No one, like me saying that is probably a shock to certain people, but it's like, no, I'm actually shy on the low. It's just that I turn it off, because I'm an actress, but it's real. But I turn it off to where I can't worry about what you say. I got to know who I am and stand 10 toes down on that. So for women, for young girls who are trying to walk into that, first you got to go through the process of knowing you. Trickling it all the way back to when you were a little girl, because those are the things that determine who we are as women today. It's a lot of people out here, you may be grown, but you're not grown. You just got older. You never dealt with the issues that you've gone through. And once you do that and face it, I faced mine 5 years ago, period. I knew about all of my stuff, but I faced it, truly faced it head on, and went through the process year by year, those 5 years. So honestly, I am like, I even know I'm a different person.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's what they need to do, definitely, is get to know who you are. Because once you knew that, no one can tell you who you are. And that means you can walk into any room with your head held high. It ain't about being conceited. It's just about understanding you and knowing you and how you walk. You know?
I get that.
That's what I'll tell them.
Yeah. Yeah. So many decisions made for them in terms of how life gets lived. Like, we are told this is how a woman should act, this is how a woman should be. And even my example, like, I've been having to define my own womanhood. What would womanhood be in your definition?
Strength. Because women, we are very strong. We deal with a lot. So for me, my definition for womanhood is nothing but strength, because we still have to be that backbone for, I don't have any children, but you got to be that backbone for your children. If you're married, for your family, for your husband, you know, and you have to have it. I really congratulate all the women out here who, and then you also got to work, take care of that household. You know what I mean? That's all strength. Let alone they want you to be dainty, submissive. I hate when they use that word. You don't use that word until you know what that word really means. Go sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Women are naturally submissive. If a man is being that masculine man and leading like he should, it falls into place. See, that takes strength, because some women are out here with men who just use that word, but they're still being that woman. They still standing strong with that strength of, you get on my nerve, these kids get on my nerve, but I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to take care.
Right.
Strength. Gotta have it.
Nice.
We're powerful. We really are.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So many levels. Being a woman is almost unexplainable, because unless you are another woman, and even we don't receive things the same way or have things the same way, but we can almost, we can feel we can understand
right.
what being a woman means.
Right.
I think in this time, in this world, we really need to redefine how we exist with the world itself. What are you doing in terms of presenting yourself, like online now, because we can't go outside, that is helping you move further into the areas that you want to go into now?
Well, one, this live. So I'm still not a big poster. I don't. It's something about this social media that really just cringes. But I realize the tool with it. But when it comes to my skits, I try to have things where there's an underlining message. Okay. So I'm noticing, and this is not me putting anybody down with it. Everybody do what they do. Like, one thing is I accept people. It is what it is. As long as you don't invade, you do what you do. But I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to always speak on things. But those are two different things. This is my opinion. This is not the fact of it. But I noticed that, a lot of women right now, when they're doing certain things, whether it is something funny, it's always a little tidbit of sexy in there. So what I try, and trust me, I love to be sexy. Don't get me wrong. But when you ask me about what am I doing when it comes to my skits, I definitely try to have something that is a bit empowering, funny, but also a message to make you think.
Nice.
Like, oh, I see what she did. Oh, she looked good, but wait, she is saying something. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's not catching but it's gonna catch, because all of this, I feel like right now, this whole entire quarantine, I don't know what anybody else believes it, but what God is doing right now is sitting us all down. Because right now, you saw how the world was going, you seen it. We need to sit down for a second, because right now we are running rapid. We doing stuff that don't even need to be being done. Like, we're losing certain guidelines. Like, yeah, because it's done on the internet, or yeah, because it's on TV. But that doesn't mean, look at how TV is now. It doesn't mean that it's right. You know, people think once something's on TV or online that it's okay. I mean, they doing it. Well, we need to stop being monkeys and I hate using that word too, but monkey see, monkey do. Because do you? Let's change. We need more. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of people who are changing now, meaning not changing, but they're doing them. And it's, you know, like, it ain't about followers. I get it. Yes, following is great, but let it come organically. Don't do something just to grasp the attention of rather showing your flesh or being, you know, really slutty or anything like that, or guys doing certain things. See, I don't even want to go there right now because, see, that's going to be a little sticky too with a lot of the things. Okay, but you get what I'm saying, and people are following on with it because they feel like, well, that got them, so let me do the same thing. No, do what you do, and that's true to you. Again, it goes back to knowing who you are. Certain things I'm not going to do because I know who Crystal is.
Right, right.
You know?
Well, in verifying who you are in the moment, what type of questions do you ask yourself? Is this like, you know, is this me? Or what kind of questions do you ask you so that you check in with yourself?
Because, you know, I find myself sometimes when people ask me to do certain things, I'm not going to say so extra nice, but I'm kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to help out. But then once it really sinks in and it dawns on me, it's like I ask myself, okay, because, you know, we are all a walking billboard for ourselves. Excuse me. And the brand thing, I hate using that too, even though it is what it is, because it is a brand, but the way people use it so frivolously, it's like, come on. But it's your brand, so I always ask myself, all right, because I told you, it's my turn. When you become that distinguished actress, when it falls back and people want to look up who you are and they see what that little one thing you did, and it may not have been nothing too crazy, but you know how it is today. Crystal, how would you feel? Do you think how would you feel? You know, how do you think people would look at that? How do you think that would feel? And it's not about thinking how everybody feels, but it's still going to affect you later. So I ask myself, are you okay with that? Are you comfortable with that? And if I have a little bit of inkling of doubt, it's a no. That's how I ask myself. And like I said, it don't have to be nothing raunchy or nothing. It's just, do I want my face associated with that? Nice. So I ask myself those type of questions. Even though I'd be like, oh, but you can do this. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. No, it's not about that. What type of attention do you want? Do you want that? What type of crowd do you really want following you? Because then if you do certain things, they're going to want you to continue to do that. So you got to make sure everything's aligned with you. Does that feel good with your energy? Does that feel good to your spirit? Are you right now acting, or are you flowing within what it is that you're doing?
Right.
I ask myself this, you know.
Even that flowing within what you are doing, like that portion of self-knowing, I guess I kind of want to know, like, what parts of you light up, or what things in you make you feel so that you know that this is something that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So, girl, when I'm really feeling something, it's the way my body moves. It's the way, and when I say that, meaning the energy inside me, the combustion of all the atoms and everything, just, oh, this is making me excited, meaning that my mind isn't thinking about the what is. It's just, girl, enjoy the transparency. I'm able to be more transparent within it. I'm not holding myself back. You know what I mean? That's how I know, because it gives me the endorphins, like a good feeling. It's like really, really a good feeling to where you can flow with this. It's a natural feeling, a naturally good feeling. That's how I know when something's right. Because, baby, you look at you flowing. Okay, you feeling that. Yeah, I'm feeling that. So I'm going to go with it.
Nice. Oh, man, that's I like to hear that, because I want people to promote feeling good as like almost a lifestyle. You know, I feel like be a part of our decision making, just like a GPS has where you're going from where you are and how you feel along the way. You can feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know where I'm going next turn. You're like, because
I'm good.
GPS when I need to turn, you know, that kind of thing. And I want for people to have that kind of good life. And that's why I started this conversation series, because I really just wanted to pick people's perspectives so that we can all see different, good-minded, happy thinkers who think differently. What would you tell somebody who's wanting to, I guess, lift their own spirits? Like, how can they do that from within?
Well, they got to be in good standings with themselves, first of all. But the way you could do that is more so like what's happening right now. Isolation. You have to be okay with just you. You got to be able to make yourself have fun, make yourself laugh. I be in here laughing at myself. I swear, my dog, he be looking at me like, yo, who, like he be looking around like, who else in here? You know, like, because I be in here having a great time with myself, you know? So you got to get very much so acquainted with you. What actually tickles you? What actually makes you happy? That's how you'll be able to pull stuff from within that makes you happy, that gives you that spark. You right now, use this time of isolation. I mean, some people probably live with multiples, I don't know, but you better find you a little reading corner, a little area where you are by yourself and you're getting acquainted with self. Be okay with isolation of self. A lot of people are not okay with that. So it's hard for them to pull anything like that from within because they're always looking for it from other people. You got to learn how to satisfy yourself sometime. It's very good to have others to do that, but how when if you don't even know what makes you happy?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You mentioned reading corners, and I love to get good books. What are some good books that you can suggest?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll name some that people, I guess, really know about. Before Agreements. I'm looking at them over here because I have the books right here. The Science of Success.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? Shoot, magazines, get magazines that will give you your creativity of your personality. This one's a good one. I got to show you. Right now, I'm reading The Shack, though. Right now, I'm reading Shack. Baby, I got library in here. You hear me? But this one right here, I came upon just going in some Barnes and Nobles just because I do that sometime. And I finally just got a subscription. This magazine is so positive and so encouraging. I never knew nothing about it. I don't know if you've heard of it. Have you?
I haven't, but I'm writing it down now. Wait, hold it. Oh. Bow. Had to read it backwards, but
okay, you got it.
Good for my brain.
Y'all get this. Like,
I like it.
You know, there's so many multiple books that I can doggone mention. It's so many, honey. I can't even. But those are the few. You know, I got books on chakras. You know what I mean? Do you know about your chakras? Like you, again, within yourself, the alignment of yourself. You have to learn these things. And I chose, when I buy my books, I write the date down of exactly when I bought it. Doesn't mean I'm reading it right away. So when it is time for me to actually go, and I look at this book, 2015.
Yeah. Nice.
So look, but I just started like reading it, and I'm like, here it is. Well, that was in 2018. I'm like, here it is, 2018. Doggone 3 years later. That's why, you know, you write, because your mind be like, okay, yeah, I want it, but you ain't ready to read it yet. But when it's time for you to sit down and read it, you think about your progression. That's what I look at. Like, yeah, my mind was there then, but now I'm really ready to be fed what this book is about to feed me.
Right, you about to digest it and put it into place.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's everything is a process, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to rush to do too many things, you know? The way I look at it, you're going to be living here. You got to think positive about that, too. You're going to be still living. Shoot, you're going to get old. You want to get old. You know what I mean? So start doing things within a process. Don't be like, oh, I got to read that. Oh, I suck. No, and start talking to yourself better, too.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So, yeah.
Last question before we get into getting your information and what we can expect from you next. Being that you have done the self-work on yourself, like, what is it that the new Crystal knows for sure?
I know for sure that I'm not going to be stopped where I'm going right now. I know for sure that I'm not going to let things that used to get me, like family and just things, life, where I'm at my life, I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm going to be very transparent. That's another thing. When I communicate with people, I'll let you know how you made me feel. I want to know how I made you feel. I'm going to always communicate. These are the things that right now have been helping me, have been pushing me forward to my goals, because it's like, do it. Don't hold this stuff back. And that was part of my thing. Since you're not going to be holding back anymore, you can't hold back with nothing in your life. You're going to have to speak on it. You know, you have to speak on it, because if you don't, that you're holding it back. You didn't even tell her that made you feel a certain way, or, you know, asked her the question. You holding on to that. You don't even know. You can't make assumptions. I want to deal with facts. I know we have opinions out here, but the facts are what I like to stand on.
Okay.
So definitely being transparent.
Yeah. I like it so much. Okay, so that everybody can get your information, and then when it replays and stuff like that, people know how can they get in touch with you. Maybe your Instagram, your YouTube, your email for them to book you, all of that. Give it to them.
Okay, so everything will be Crystal Styles, my YouTube, which isn't many things up. And like I said, I'm doing better. That's why I got this time. Right now, I'm going to be uploading certain things. And when that short film, the director, Eric Dillard, he is still working on that. It's going to be amazing. I just pray that it doesn't go the wrong way. You'll see what I mean later when it comes out. So that's another thing what I'm really nervous about. But I keep telling myself, no, let it be. When it comes out, it comes out. It is what it is. You did your job. You did good. Crystal Styles on my Instagram, KrystlesTyles. Like I said, same thing when it comes to my email, but crystalstyles@gmail.com. And Crystal Styles on YouTube. And then my hair page is Crystal Styles _hair. That's on IG.
Nice.
All right. Check me out right now. You know, I have to really get to know you because I am a mobile stylist. So, you know. Right now I deal with my regulars and some new people when they're referred by people because people out here crazy.
Right.
I ain't just gonna be coming doing your hair and you know,
right.
You got a problem.
I get that. Okay, so we got the short film coming up. We have some of your skits coming out. What else can we look forward to seeing from you?
That's a good one too. So I will say this, and it's not to be funny. A lot of things that's really working. I don't want to say too much until it's at a head like a pimple, because I don't want it to. You know,
yep.
So right now the short film and my skits, yeah, and I'm gonna stop there because I was about to end up telling you. So I'm gonna stop right there.
Right. Rest of it is blessed and successful already for sure. Okay, so the game I wanted to play will be called Pose. Okay, so we're going to do like just the game of Pose, and we're gonna come up with 10 different poses. And we're going to take turns, and I'll say pose, and then you pose, and then you'll say pose, and then I'll pose. And the thing is to try not to do what the other
same
person. Right, because when you're looking at it,
you do it.
Stuff like that. So we don't have to stand up or anything. It could be within the frame. It could be even more like, you know, how to figure out, you know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool.
You are funny. Okay, then.
There are parts of me that are still a child, and I
can look, see, like that. You know that about yourself, and you standing firm into it. So I'm with it. Let's go. I'm with it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Who's first? Or we just pose at the same time?
Well, no. I could say pose, or you could say pose for me first, and I can start if you like.
Pose.
Pose.
Oh. Are we doing the same thing?
Nice.
Pose.
No. Maybe. Okay. Pose. You sassy face. And then you say pose.
Girl, don't look. Tell me the pose. I got one for you, honey.
Okay, pose. Oh, give it. I love it.
Pose. Give me what you got. Okay.
Right? You see that here to the top?
Yes, I see you.
And pose. Ooh. Oh, she even gave us the eye flick. I see it.
I can't. That was cute.
Yes. Well, I just love to create and facilitate a safe space for creatives to be their authentic selves, to know that they are valued, that they are treasured, and your mind is a masterpiece. And so I just wanted to get the juicy parts of it so we can all better ourselves. I really appreciate you, Crystal, for coming on Bright. This was so much fun.
It was, and thank you. And look, you keep doing what you're doing. I see you. I definitely like the positivity that you're doing, and doing this is great. You brought me out of my shell, so thank you.
Well, I mean, that is truly my one purpose on earth, is just to expand minds and experiences so we could just have the best time ever. Like
Right.
we now. Let's do this thing.
Right. Right. Right.
Thank you so much. This is even better than I could imagine. I love you so much.
Love you too, girl. And
Thank you,
stay
everybody.
safe.
Oh yeah,
Stay safe.
this is it. In the house. In the house. In the house.
In the house.
In the house. And y'all stay in the house too. And check out tomorrow's episode with Elise. Thank you for checking out Bright Lights with Jessica Ross. Special guest today was Crystal Styles.
Bye.